Please welcome the author, Kathie Donovan. Good morning.
Good morning, lovely. Nice to see you.
It's so nice to have you back in studio.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this, because this is your second book.
It is.
I mean,
it's unbelievable. I mean, when I think about that, I even had a first book.
Right.
I used to joke that I thought it would be a pamphlet, but now, anyway, yeah, this is book 2, and it really is kind of the offspring of book 1.
Okay.
Because my first book, Inspiration in Action, A Woman's Guide to Happiness, was 8 principles that when we practice will open our lives to invite more of what we really want and less of what we don't want, which is ultimately what I want to help people to do. So I teach a workshop based on those principles, and then people started to tell me that they were looking for more courage to try things, you know, to do things that they dreamed of, or to unplug from situations that weren't really working for them because they realized that was holding them back. So what was the subject they were asking about? It was courage. So I teach a one-day workshop now on courage, and then I thought, well, I'll just write a little book that I can give away on my website. And I started to write the book, and honestly, Melissa, people showed up out of the blue.
Wow.
I connected with a woman in Vancouver who now is in my book.
So what's the book called?
It's called Unconform, Harnessing the Radical Power of Courage. The word unconform, I thought I made it up.
Right.
I thought I made it up. No, I didn't really. But what it really is it's a way to get your attention, because you think, what does that mean? And what it means is, it doesn't mean you're a nonconformist. It means you're not even doing any of that. You're going to unplug from all those limited thoughts that you have about your life, all the condition, what I call the con job. You know, we've all been conditioned to think we can only do X, Y, or Z, or that we have to do X, Y, or Z. And the thing is, you have a voice inside you that is always reminding you of what you really want. And often the conditioning we have, or the environment, the world that's fed back to us, doesn't say it's okay to do that.
And there's a bunch of different stories inside the book itself, right?
Got about 25 stories from people, some of them in my family, people who have used this incredible, unlimited power we all have of courage to either overcome, to unplug from something, or to dare to do something, like defy their parents and actually do something that they were told was not a good idea, and it worked out for them.
Did you notice that there was one common thing preventing us from doing these things, or was it kind of different in each situation?
It's a great question, because there's a very simple answer, and we all have it. It's called fear.
Fear, yes.
And fear, they say fear is false evidence appearing real.
Okay.
Fear. And it is a natural wiring for us as human beings. We are wired to be fearful. My point is that fear is rampant now in our society, and we need to have something to not combat it, but to tame it, to calm it down, so that we can actually have more courage to live the life we really want to live. It's not hard, and when we think about taming fear and having courage, it seems large, but if you take it one small step at a time, you'll be amazed at what will show up.
It sounds like an incredible book. Now, it is on shelves already, but the launch is officially tomorrow.
Yes, I'm having a little private book launch party for some friends, and you know, I wanted to celebrate this moment because for me it's been a very courageous journey since I left this building in 2012, and I feel like I'm at a point where it's now settling in, and I feel really good. And with book 2, I'm super excited to share it.
Because I imagine for you, taking that next step probably would have been a bit fearful.
Pretty courageous move, don't you think? Yeah, right. So that's why I feel so proud of this book, because I do know what I'm talking about. I've been through a lot of stuff, and now I do training with corporate and retail, government groups and associations, helping them with change, because it's the one thing we all are going to have, and yet fear steps in and we don't want to have anything to do with it. But we've all been through so much and have had courage to move forward, that there's a lesson to teach other people.
And where can people find the book?
Well, right now it's at Chapters Silver City, Pinecrest in Canada. It's also at Shepherd's Train Yards, Living Science Wellness Center in Stittsville, and Lasting Impressions in Manotick. And you can order through my website, kathiedonovan.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathie, for joining us, and best of luck. We can't wait to see more books on the shelves.
Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it.